What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This, once again, is Scott Porter back for the final day of our brand new unboxing series for DC's new HeroClix set, Masters of Time. Now, we have pulled an awesome selection of characters, both big and small. Yesterday, we opened our first Jurassic booster. We've pulled a couple of super rares, a couple of chases. We've seen a bunch of themes and sub-themes. I mean, we haven't seen the main man himself, though. The Time Master, Rip Hunter. We haven't seen him yet. So I'm hoping to pull him today, hoping to get a little Dr. Fate action. We've seen a lot of Justice League Dark, 52. We've seen a lot of 52 tie-ins. Elongated Man actually went on this amazing journey over the 52 series with the helmet of Fate. Now, was it actually Fate? I'll let you guys read and figure that out. But 52 is a series I would say go read, guys. Reading this, I would say go check out Justice League Dark. I would say check out Grant Morrison's whole run on Batman through Final Crisis, through the return of Bruce Wayne on the other side. A lot of very cool stuff in there. For big fans of the Bat, or for people who are, not too familiar with the Bat stuff, still a really cool read. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get Batman Zur-En-Arrh in here, which is, according to Grant Morrison, I think Zur-En-Arrh, it means Zorro in Arkham, because they went and saw Zorro before his parents were shot on the street, and Bruce kind of built all these mental walls into his head of like different checkpoints when he started to lose his sanity of where he would stop for self-preservation. And Zur-En-Arrh is this really nasty, brutal version of Batman. But we already have so many other Batmen that we haven't seen, actually. We didn't see Pirate Batman. We didn't see Pilgrim Batman. We haven't seen Prehistoric Batman. We haven't seen Android from the Future Batman. We haven't seen any of them. So I'm not sure what the rest of them do. We did see the Noir Batman from the Play at Home kit. Very cool. But this Batman story that spans ages, I wanted to talk more about it. I mean, it involves like Blackbeard the Pirate. It involves Batman's, descendants. Well, no, he's the descendant of them. Anyway, the older Waynes and the establishment of Gotham, where the Batcave came from, where the mythology of Batman really started, and in a brilliant stroke, Dark Knight's Metal and the Barbados and the whole like Bat God from the Dark Universe, that all spun out of Batman and the return of Bruce Wayne. So I was really hoping to talk about this. I mean, you go through what is very much a very like Salem witch hunt period with Bruce at the helm, making choices. He has no memory of himself. He has amnesia, but he's making choices that Bruce Wayne would make if he knew who he was himself, but he doesn't. He's just instinctively, just subconsciously making all of these really, really cool decisions and leaving clues for himself in the past, so that when he comes back to present day, he is fully formed. Bruce Wayne is back in control of the Bat. The Bat is no longer running Bruce Wayne. So hopefully we pull another Batman today. And then we still have one more Jurassic booster to open. WizKids sent us a second one, which was so, so cool. I'm up in Toronto. I'm working on season 3 of Ginny and Georgia. This room might not look the same. This room actually belongs to Daryl Andrews, who has so graciously allowed us into his home. RealmSmith is shooting the videos and doing all the editing. Jason is on the 1s and 2s. I got to say thank you to them. And I got to say thank you to WizKids before we start unboxing this stuff for, again, sending me product early that I can share with you all. I'm sure everybody knows at this point, I am a massive HeroClix fan. I've played since the year 2001 when, the very first set dropped, when Infinity Challenge hit the store shelves, and I picked up my first 3 boosters at Coliseum of Comics in Orlando, Florida. This is like Christmas morning to me, and the fact that I get to share it with such an incredible community like you all is such a big treat for me. So thank you to WizKids. All right, we're just going to start cracking and see what we get in our last couple of boosters. Now remember, when you pick one of these up, a brick of this, you're going to get 8 regular size boosters with 5 characters in each, and 1 Jurassic booster, which as of yesterday looked like we got 2 regular size figures, 1 massive Jurassic figure, and then a team card as well. Oh, and I still do have the legacy card. I said I was going to open it yesterday. I'll open it today. We'll see what the legacy card that I get with my brick actually has in it. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, no super rare, no prime, no chase in here, but still some pretty cool stuff that we have not seen yet. Now, you've heard me talk about the Time Stealers, who are kind of the enemies for the Time Masters. Here's one of them, Per Degaton. One of the most hateful characters. Like, I cannot stand this guy. One of the most hated characters in DC history, I would say. We have a League Assassin. This is keeping my hope alive for maybe we get a Man-Bat or Man-Bat Assassins in this set as well. You know, we've seen Justice League Dark, the Wonder Woman version. Man-Bat is a part of that. Kirk Langstrom's Road to Redemption, actually. Here we've got Cinnamon, which is very cool. We got Nighthawk, I think, way back on day one. Cinnamon is actually Shiera Hall. And, you know, she's basically Hawk Girl back in the Old West. And, you know, partner and eternal lover with Hawkman or Nighthawk. Here we have a Velociraptor. Okay, hold on. Pull the camera out here. Let's see. See the size differential between these guys? I mean, look at this. We've got Flash Raptor and just the regular Raptor. It's like his little baby, like chasing him. Yeah, this, just so you get a sense of scale on these Jurassic League sculpts, this thing is massive. Can't wait to go home and show my kids that guy. Okay, so we've got a Raptor here. And last but not least, we have a Booster Gold. Now, is this the same Booster Gold that we've already had? Just to make sure. So number 8. Number 8. Okay, yeah. So not multiple versions of Booster Gold either. So look, we've had minimal sculpt, you know, reuse here. We've got a Daxamite and Superboy, and that's pretty much all I'm seeing. Even the League Assassin and Talia look pretty different from each other. Really, really cool. We've got so many unique sculpts, so much going on here. And for a booster on the last day, I mean, 4 out of 5 figures, not duplicates, is pretty great. So let's start with the generic. Let's start with the League Assassin here. Give you a peek at what she does. She's got League of Amazons, Assassin, Marksman, Martial Artist keywords. Set number 11 comes in at 25 points. Doesn't look like any traits, doesn't look like any special powers, does have some close combat reflexes, does have range combat expert. That's pretty cool. Blades, Claws, Fangs as well later on in the dial. League of Assassins, you know, the Demon's Head, Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul we've already seen in this set. We've seen Damian Wayne. So a lot of connections to the League of Assassins, and for sure, we put them on the villain's side. Okay, let's move directly into another generic. Let's go to this Velociraptor. And you can kind of see the sculpt there. The Velociraptor is set number 2, actually. It's a generic, has animal and past, and it has the keyword clever. Is that a nod to Jurassic Park? If everybody remembers the hunter, when he turns to his right before getting eviscerated in the movies, not the book, mind you, and he says, clever girl, to the raptor before it eats her. Clever. Unique modifier. Friendly characters with the animal keyword making close attacks modify attack by +1 for each other friendly character with the animal keyword adjacent to their target. It's got some charge. It's got some blades, claws, fangs, toughness, exploit, weakness. Velociraptor mongoliensis. The Flash, 768. That's 2021. Guess what, guys? Okay, hold on. Roll with me on this. Come on. Come with me on this journey. That series is the series where Wally West tries to shake himself of the Flash, of the Speed Force. He doesn't want it anymore. Get rid of it. And when he does it, he ends up more like flying into all of these other people in history, in time masters, who could use the Speed Force. He found himself in a caveman. Caveman Wally West. There's a raptor here. Guess what? When he was the speedster, he gets in a little battle with the Velociraptor. Okay? The Velociraptor picks up some of the Speed Force with it. Caveman Wally West's name is Ugg. The caveman speedster, his name is Ugg. Ugg ends up taming the Velociraptor, names him Swoosh. Ugg comes to the future with Swoosh. Come on, we got a raptor here. We've already seen a Flash. Come on. Caveman Wally West is in this set, confirmed. I mean, it's not confirmed, but I'm just like, what do you guys think? Do you think Caveman Wally West is going to be in this set? Can Ugg be in this set? Let me know in the comments down below if we can do it. Maybe we can secret this into existence. Oh man, so good. But also, Storytime with Scotty P's not just, you know what, guys? Not just about DC Comics this week. Jurassic Park. The hunter in the movie, yeah, he bites it. He's the Australian. He got one side of his head all cocked up, and he's, you know, and he ends up, you know, dying to the Velociraptor. He's this clever girl, you know. In the books, guess what? The hunter doesn't die. Spoiler alert. Did you ever read the books? Books are better than the movie. Just gonna say, no offense, Spielberg. Just, you know, the book is very good. He ends up hiding in these giant cement cylinders, like that are going to be put into the ground for like the sewer system. He ends up hiding in one of those, and he lives. You know who dies? The granddad. Yep. Compies. Falls down the hill, breaks his leg. Compies eat him. Yeah. The granddad's not a good dude in the book, by the way. In the movie, it's like granddad. It's like, oh, granddad. He looks like Colonel Sanders. He's got an all-white suit on and a hat and a cane. He's like, oh, come, sorry, some of the chicken. And he's like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of licenses taken in the... anyway, yeah, also tell me down below, what's better, Jurassic Park the film or the book? All right. Per Degaton. Speaking of a not-so-good dude, one of the worst, actually. Injustice Society, Time Stealers, Future and Past. So number 40. Yeah, he's got the D on his chest there. And we saw Dead Man had a D. We got to figure out, we got to get different fonts on these Ds. They look very similar. Oh, man. Pause. Injustice Society, Time Stealers, Future, Past, Scientist, and Soldier keywords. Return to torment the JSA again and again and again is a trait. Per Degaton starts the game with a time disk token for each 20 points of his point value. If Per Degaton has a time disk token when he would be KO'd by an opposing effect, instead, turn him to a starting line different than the one he most recently chose and remove a time disk token from him. Then, if he has no time disk tokens, KO him. Protected. Pulse Wave. Gosh, he's going to be a pain in the butt to get rid of. 60, 40, or 20 point starting lines. 6 range. Ton of improved movement, improved targeting. On the back, you've got history will be hours. During game setup, after your opponent has placed their characters, you may choose an opposing figure and place it into any other square in its starting area. So you can mess with your opponents. Okay. I'm starting to see what the Time Stealers are going to do. Smile, my time disk is recording this as the last trait. Probability control. When an opposing character misses Per Degaton or rolls a 1 or a 2, after resolutions, deal them 1 penetrating damage. Ouch. Protected. Pulse Wave. And that 1 or 2 is a roll when you try and base him because of the Hypertime team ability. So if you try to base him and you can't, oops, take a click of Pensai. Ouch. Not very cool. This guy, definitely. Villains. And I love the game mechanic of the Time Stealers messing up your opponent's setup before the game even starts. Black Beetle allows you to move all their terrain around. Per Degaton allows you to move all their figures around. I'm guessing these other characters, maybe Despero, allows you to unequip or move equipment around, something along those lines. These are the things that I'm thinking. I mean, Despero has to be in this set, right? Black Beetle, Mr. Mind, and then Supernova. Now, Supernova is a very interesting thing because Supernova in the Time Stealers is Booster Gold's dad. It's very confusing, the Booster Gold family line, okay? Michael John Carter is from the future, right? Football player, big celebrity, makes a lot of money, breaks his legs or whatever, ends up no longer being rich, no longer being famous, breaks into the Justice League headquarters, steals a time sphere, comes back in time to make money and find fame again, all right? That's Booster Gold as we knew him. Then we start to get involved in all of his long-lost relatives. Daniel Carter, who was Supernova for a little while in the Time Masters run of comics, or Booster Gold's comics. Supernova was Daniel Carter at first, who was just kind of like a stand-in for Booster Gold, just to try and be somebody that could get your attention. But he didn't really have any powers outside of the pieces of this suit. It has some time-centric things built into it. Before that, Supernova was actually Booster Gold. Faked his own death in 52, and then became Supernova to try and defeat Mr. Mind, who had hidden in Booster Gold's little buddy sidekick, Skeets. Then, later on, Supernova becomes Booster Gold's dad, who I guess is maybe the great-grandson of Daniel Carter? I mean, now we're all over the place, right? So the original Supernova is Booster Gold, and then one of his ancient relatives, and then his dad. So yeah, Supernova, very confusing, but it's all still a part of 52. Very, very cool book. Please give it its due. Please go read 52. All right. Cinnamon. Oh man, that would make me hungry. Cinnamon rolls. Oh, I'm starving. You know what? It's a good thing that I bought 50 Timbits on the way in today. Look, not a cinnamon roll. It's even better. Timbits, if you don't know what they are, all you Americans, they're tiny little donut holes, and they're so good. All right. Anyway, oh man, oh, that's so good. That's the cherry sour cream one. Woo! Oh yeah. All right, let's take a look at cinnamon. All right. Not sponsored by Timmy Hortons, but please give me a call. Marksman and Past. Set number 25. Comes in at 45 points. Quick Draw, which we've seen on a few of these characters. When Cinnamon hits with an attack, if it was during your final action this turn after resolutions, remove an action token from her. Bonded through Destiny. Now we saw this with Nighthawk, right? She is Hawkgirl. He is Hawkman. Bonded through Destiny, unique modifier, friendly characters named Carter Hall, Hawkman, or Nighthawk, modify defense by +1. You see some charge there. It's actually a lot of fun. It's a little bit different than a sharpshooter kind of feel. On the back, Kate Manser, All-Star Western. That series was actually a lot of fun as well. There's something cool. Definitely a departure from what they used to do. Let me give her a quick turn. You know, the history of DC Comics is such that superheroes were big until the end of World War II. On the other side of it, they didn't sell all that well. But you know what did? These Western comics, these kind of normal people doing heroic things comics, right? And then we didn't see the Westerns for a long time. So after one of the crises, and, you know, we've got 52 coming out and the new 52 coming out, they did this all-star Western stuff, and they brought back a bunch of these older characters, and that led to us getting somebody like Ginny Hex. So actually a really cool run. If you're not really into superhero stuff, but you still like, you know, a lot of the swashbuckling and you like Old West stuff, I mean, it's a unique book. It's different than anything else DC does, but it's still pretty cool. And it has enough of a connection to the modern day superheroes. Okay, now that I've swallowed my Timbit, we can move on. This is a bonus Jurassic booster that they sent us. And in it, remember, Flash Raptor had a chase on it. Let's see what we get today. Okay, all right. Oh, it's Wonder Dawn. Yes, awesome. Okay, we got, in here we got a Trick Arrow, which we've seen a couple of Trick Arrows already. In here we also got, oh man! Okay, we also got another chase. This is from Dark Knights of Steel. That is Diana. Yes! We'll see what she does. And then, remember, cut away from yourselves when you're using a box cutter. Here we go. Oof. Oh my gosh. She hefty. Wonder Dawn. Wow. That piece is awesome. Okay. This is pretty cool. On top of that, we got the Trick Arrow, we got Wonder Dawn, we got Diana, who is a chase, and Wonder Dawn has a chase tab as well. So I'm starting to think that maybe these Jurassic boosters, all of the maybe Jurassic League just have one of those tabs, because they are chase tabs, but I think maybe all of them are going to have maybe the same rarity tab on them. So I'm not sure, but I mean, I guess if it's one per brick, they would all just kind of have that same kind of rarity to them. We got a team up card, and it's Green Arrow. So we do know now that Green Arrow is in this set. Team up, split the arrow. If Green Arrow is on a marksman themed team, when a friendly character hits with a range attack, note the attack roll. When a friendly character attacks and the attack roll matches an attack roll noted during this turn, the attack is a critical hit. Wow. Okay. Very cool. So Green Arrow gets a marksman team up card. That is very cool. And you're actually getting a look at what Green Arrow does as well. Precision Strike has an attack, Longbow Hunter, Precision Strike. When Green Arrow is given a range action, he may modify his range by +3. If he does, he can't target more than one character after this action, this action. He comes in at 75 or 50 points, has 3 targets. On the back of his card, he is tracking the Robin Hood Killer. Oh, that's cool. Longbow Hunters. Ranged Combat Expert. When Green Arrow attacks, opposing characters can't use Mastermind or Shape Change. Very good. Okay, cool. So you got a peek at the card there. We didn't get the figure, but we got the team up card, and you got to take a peek at it. That is awesome. Okay, last but not least, all right. Let's go, man, what are we going to go with first? I guess we'll go with Diana from Dark Knights of Metal. No, Dark Knights of Steel. Man, Dark Knights Metal, Dark Knights of Steel, Dark Knights of Steel. There we go. Amazon, Kryptonian, Deity, Past, Ruler, Warrior. The world needs us together. Diana. Unique modifier. Other friendly characters within 4 squares modify attack by +1. When a friendly character with a Kryptonian keyword makes an attack, after resolutions, they may use Sidestep. Okay, see that she's 10 clicks long there on the back of her card. Amazon's attack, Empower. When Diana attacks, if it was the first attack this turn, after resolutions, place another friendly character that shares a keyword with Diana adjacent to her. And remember, she has Kryptonian. So, Supergirl is definitely probably the target for that. No one here can stop me. Has improved movement, figures, charge, flurry. When Diana uses flurry, the first attack deals penetrating damage, and characters hit by the second attack are given an action token. Daughter of Amazonia, Impervious, Super Senses. Very cool. Wonder Woman ally, Superman ally, which are the 2 team abilities that make the most sense here. I love that a lot of her powers are taking her to the side or bringing characters that she's friendly with to her side so that she's there next to them. The regular Wonder Woman kind of does the same thing, the Justice League Dark version. This Wonder Woman is thick. She got a 12 attack, 19 defense, 5 natural damage. I'm telling you guys, they could have done a whole set with their takes, with Tom King's takes on these characters. They're chases. So that's the only thing. It's like they're going to be hard to get all of them. But Supergirl and Wonder Woman have a very close relationship in the story. So I'm guessing that's most of why this Kryptonian is in her. But she's one of the big houses in this first story of Dark Knights of Steel. And the House of Storms is an ally of theirs. Her mother wants to, go with the head of the House of Storms, Jefferson Pierce, against House of L, which is the Kryptonians. Diana refuses. And, there's a lot of queens and kings that die in this thing. So a lot of the younger generations are having to step up and make tough decisions and go to war and do all of these things. I got to tell you guys, go read Dark Knights of Steel. It is so, so, so good. And this figure is awesome. So that's our second chase. Like I said, I think if we had 8 of them, I would go Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn. I would go Constantine and Jefferson Pierce. I would go Diana, Supergirl. Oh, man. Batman and Superman. I think if that's 8, I mean, if they went, no, I mean, we've got to have the Green Man in there. Green Man's got to be in there. He starts the whole war. Green Arrow, one-armed Green Arrow happens in that. He's got magic arrows. He's like, man. There's also Black Canary. Oh, I didn't tell you guys about Batman, right? The Chase Batman. The reason that the Chase Batman has their not innocent, their magic is because he is basically charged by the House of El to hunt down anything magical in their kingdom and lock it up. So anybody who has a superpower in the kingdom of El, they think that's magic. They mistake it for magic and they lock it up immediately so that it can't hurt anyone. And he's thought to be impervious to magic, but he's not, because he's actually Superman's half-brother. Him and Superman share the same father. So his mother's still Martha Wayne, but his father is an El. It's Jor-El. So really, really cool stuff that happens in that story. I can't recommend it enough to everyone. And one more Elseworld story that we have, our final figure of the day, Wonder Dawn. I'll give her a little turn here for you. See that giant bone club that she's got, that huge shield. Oh, man. These guys are gigantic. And if she stood up, she would be so tall. I can only imagine Super Soar or Batwalker, Green Torch, like how tall they're actually going to be. Unless they're all kind of like crouching. She's kind of crouching down, as you can see. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at her card. She is also 18 clicks long, just like Flash Raptor. She has Amazon, Justice League, Trinity, Animal, Brute, Past, and Warrior keywords. Jurassic League, Quake as free, but only if Wonder Dawn hit with an attack this turn. Defender of Trimascara. You get it? She's a Triceratops. Themyscira becomes Trimascara. You know, it's a dinosaur thing. Defend. Friendly characters that share a keyword with Wonder Dawn can use Mastermind, but only to choose her. Now, she's got Invincible at the front of her dial, Impervious at the next spot, and then it vacillates between the two all the way down to click number 16. Not a bad Mastermind target. Thunderbeak, the invisible pterodactyl. They done did it, folks. That's hilarious. The invisible pterodactyl is in this set. Power once per game. If Wonder Dawn is outdoors, place her up to 6 squares away. If you do, after resolutions, she may use Quake as free, but instead deals damage equal to her printed damage value. Holy heck, that is traded. If you look back at the front of her card, okay, whew, I was going to say if she's got 5 damage, she's got 4 natural damage still. Dropping a Quake for 4 damage as she jumps off the back of her Thunderbeak is crazy. My lasso makes everyone speak the truth is the last special power that she has. It's in the attack slot. Opposing characters within 3 squares can't use Perplex or Outwit. Boom. There we go, guys. That is all of the figures that we have for this unboxing series. The last thing to do is take a peek at this last Legacy card. Let's see. I told you all the figures that we're going to get Legacy card treatment. You know, Saturn Girl, Lightning Lad, Cosmic Boy, Amethyst, White Witch, and so many more. That being said, the one that I actually pulled in my brick is going to be the White Witch. Boom. It's always difficult to read these because you could see the light reflecting off them, but I'll do my best. All right. White Witch has Legion of Superheroes, Future, and Mystical. Remember, she is from Superman and the Legion of Superheroes, and she's set number 47A. Her new trait, Long Live the Legion. Sidestep. Once per turn for all characters with this trait, when a friendly character with the Legion of Superheroes keyword is damaged by an opposing game effect, roll a d6. And friendly characters with the Legion of Superheroes keyword modify the listed combat values by the listed amount until the end of your next turn. On a 1 to a 3, modify defense by +1. On a 4 or 5, modify attack by +1. And on a 6, modify all combat values by +1. Magical resistance is another trait on the back. Friendly characters with the Legion of Superheroes keyword have mystical and safeguard mystics. Greetings from the Sorcerer's World is a special movement attack, phasing teleport, probability control. Once per turn, when a character within range rolls their attack roll before any rerolls, White Witch may immediately finalize that roll instead. Oh, she's got a PC cancel move. Oh my gosh, probability control cancel move on a card. I don't think I've seen that before. You have probability control? Nah, you know what? The roll's going to stick. White Witch says so. That's awesome. Last one, shielding magics, barrier, energy shield, affection, and super senses. There you have it. That is the White Witch. Very, very cool. You see the old dial. You see the 7 range. All the old statistics are still the same as the printed on the dial from this older set. But that is my legacy card and exactly what it does for White Witch. All right. That has brought us to the end. Do me a favor, everybody. Down in the comments below, tell me 2 things. Tell me the favorite character that I pulled, the favorite figure or character that I pulled in your estimation, and tell me which figure you think is going to break the meta the most or be the most meta-defining out of this set. So give me your favorite one that I pulled and which one you think is going to affect the meta the most. Tell me that in the comments down below. I love Swamp Thing. I think out of everything I pulled up here, Swamp Thing, the super rare, is so cool. I love the character so much. The delivery of how he's moving through the plants, healing from the plants, spawning them out is really, really cool. I think there are a couple other figures up here that are going to be very, very good as well. The Jurassic sculpts do not disappoint. They are gigantic and they are very detailed. I don't know if you can see just all of the scales on her and like all of the rippling on Flash Raptor. I'll put them both down here together so you guys can see them one last time. The detail on these 2 figures is pretty incredible. And I can't wait for you guys to see them in hand. But lots and lots and lots of detail. Really, really cool looking figures. Definitely worth it. So also you get the team up cards in those big Jurassic boosters. So we learned a lot of information. There's still a lot of figures to figure out what else is coming in the set. But I'm super stoked with everything that we've pulled already. I still am hoping for a Dr. Fate. You can also tell me in the comments below what you're hoping that is in this set that's not there. Dr. Fate, this is the one that I would go with. You know, whether it's Hector Hall, whether it's Kent Nelson, whether it's Nabu himself, whether it's Khalid, like anybody in Dr. Fate. I mean, if we're talking time travel, if we're talking mysticism, we're talking magic, we're talking order and chaos. I mean, this guy, he's the guy. He is the guy. So hopefully Dr. Fate's in this set. And there's a ton more that I would love to see, but I'm going to go with Dr. Fate as the one that I didn't open, that I'm hoping is in this set somewhere. Books that I would recommend you read after we get through all of this. Dark Knights of Steel, 100%. Superman, Woman of Tomorrow, 100%. I would go back and read Infinite Crisis. It's so good. 52 is fantastic, deals with a lot of these characters. Justice League, dark. I think it's the 2nd volume. It's going to be the Wonder Woman-led team. It doesn't look like we have Madame Xanadu or any of that stuff. Those are all books that I would recommend you go back and read. Time Masters, read the 2nd one. It has more to do with 52, New 52, some of the current crises. It doesn't feel so aged. But the original one is interesting in a way. It deals a lot with Vandal Savage and how he gained power over the years. So that would be my reading recommendations for all you guys. I can't wait to play with all of this. We don't know the pre-release date or the official date yet. We are so far ahead of how everything is moving right now, thanks to WizKids, that I don't have the dates for you. But check in with your local gaming shops and your local comic stores. Please, please, please support them. It would mean the world. Thank you to WizKids for sending me this stuff. Thank you to Jason and RealmSmith for helping me get these videos done. Thank you to Daryl Andrews for helping us, by giving us this beautiful space to sit and open all this stuff in. And most of all, thank you to you, the HeroClix community. I don't know if you've seen the final number. We raised over $65,000 for the Huntington's Disease Society of America this year in HeroClix for Huntington's, our big event weekend that has been taking place in Alabama the last 4 years. That puts us almost at $200,000 raised over the past 4 years. And that's all because of you, the community. If you're interested in getting this particular unboxing series, as of this weekend, you will be able to bid on everything I pulled here, and I will send it to you. I'll sign whatever you want, and you'll be getting the product early, and all of the money from the winning bid will go directly to HDSA. We're going to have a year-long HeroClix for Huntington's initiative. We're not going to stop raising money for this fantastic cause. So thank you to WizKids for sending this my way, and thank you to whoever wins this, because I think you guys are going to love it. That's going to do it for me. I don't know when the next unboxing series is coming up, but I know that I will be doing it very, very, very soon. Can't wait to see you guys on the maps. Can't wait to see you guys at the tables, at the cons, and can't wait to see you guys online. But until I do, may all your rolls be critical hits. Peace.